abusing the booze and taking the cough remedy medicinally. He was abusing the cough meds, taking the booze medicinally. Bravo.
Why would you do that? If you had a gift, why would you just throw it away?
Right away. Just turned it down a little. When my brain was on low, everything didn't seem so miserable anymore. Life was bearable.
I thought that I did that.
Long-term abuse of DXM explains all your symptoms. Even, oh, sweet irony, your cough. Whole bowel lavage, activated charcoal. You get all traces of it out of your system. You'll be the unhappiest little courier in no time. I don't think I can live without it. You'd be surprised what you can live without. Think him a genius.
I can't believe it. He looks so much better already.
We were thinking about calling GQ. Lavage has removed all traces of DXM from his body.
You're trying again. What is it?
Just doodles.
No, it's not. Come on, Jimmy. I want to know.
This is a toroidal helicon plasma device. It determines the amount of energy expended by the subatomic particles. I'm thirsty. Could you give me a juice or something?
Yeah, of course. So happy, Jimmy.
I told you. You know what the difference between her IQ and mine is? 91 points. In relation, she's closer to a gibbon than she is to me.
What?
Having sex with her would be an act of bestiality. I assume you didn't marry her for her skill in applied physics. I just wish you could spell it. You really think you'd be happier with someone who could spell better? No. That's the problem. I'm the one who's a jerk. But I owe her everything. I want to be with her. And when I'm clear, I can't. Fainting, dizziness, shortness of breath.
Sometimes. Is the wait always this long?
Only on days that end in day. Diarrhea, weight loss.
A bit. Don't you ever shave?
Yeah, once a week. How about you? Stomach pain, tenderness.
Every now and then. Are you this rude to all your patients?
Oh, yes. Don't think you're special. So, we've got a lot of vague, unverifiable symptoms. And all the physical signs are perfectly normal.
What do you think I have?
I'm not sure, but I think it's a lame job.
What?
You're a rep. Insurance company sends you out to check on the quality of medical care.
That's ridiculous.
Is it really? You seem a lot more interested in asking questions than answering them. Handwriting your medical records is obviously not a doctor's because I can almost read it. When you went out for a urine sample, I looked in your purse, found the list of questions you were supposed to memorize before you came to the clinic. I was looking for gum.
You're an ass.
Put it in your report. I tell you what, I'll give you $20 if you'll pretend that I'm not when we leave this room. Remember, first ice, then heat. If you have any problems, don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you, Dr. House.
One second. Where's Cuddy? Gone for the day. Hey! What? Sorry, can't remember if I mocked you yet for being a male nurse. I think this counts. Fair enough.
That isn't the man I married.
Yes, he is. He's just smarter. Give him some time. I'm sure.
He hates me.
His body is going through withdrawal. He's adjusting.
Maybe he never loved me. Not really. Maybe we never really had anything at all.
Somebody help! I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Anywhere. Nothing.
We have to talk about this.
It's late. tired.
I know it's a big pay cut, but I'll always have the chance to make money. I won't always have the chance to do this job.
That's what you think? That it's about the money?
So it's that I didn't consult you before I took the job.
That was offensive, but it's not about that either.
So then, can you give me the first letter?
When we got married, you were an intern working 30-hour shifts doing grunt work, and we both put up with it because we knew that it was leading to something better. In your private practice, you are the boss. You call the shots, but now you're 40 years old, you're still doing grunt work.
That's what this is about? You think I'm a wuss?
He made you miss Thanksgiving dinner.
Vitamin B12 deficiency gives us anemia, numbness.
Not a stroke.
If he has a vascular malformation,
He is not macrocytic. Sorry to inconvenience you. Dying patients can be so thoughtless. Don't break from that. Takes an awesome while. Come on, people. Bones produce schistocytes. Lupus. Thanks for coming in. A&A was negative. What about you? Got any predictable drivel you'd like to add? I think I've given you enough already. At least they're trying. Not just sitting there like roadkill. Give me something. Give me something, or I'll get your ex-smarter half on the phone and ask her.
The house.
You're going to be pressing charges
Against the...
against Chase.
Pretty sure the Ottoman was acting alone. You're free for dinner this weekend.
At least 3 other people saw him do it.
Mass hysteria. Either night.
I can't have doctors punching each other out.
Oh my God, who got punched?
And more importantly, for Chase's sake, I need to know if he's able to handle himself or if I should be getting him some help.
Chase couldn't have punched anyone. He was with me when I tripped over the Ottoman. But if you're not planning on eating this weekend, maybe a movie.
I'm not doing this house. It's not fun anymore. Just do your job.
I need your help.
Oh, what happened to your face?
I was mowing the lawn when the phone rang. You're a computer. I feed you data, you analyze it.
What, are you gonna feed me 20 years of medical knowledge too? That's not gonna work.
I know. I don't have anyone else to ask.
It's lonely, isn't it?
It's not that bad.
And you're not that smart. You ever tried to kill yourself?
Not quickly.
I did. 12 years ago, I jumped off the top of my 8-story building into a dumpster bin that day before pickup. I broke my collarbone, my leg, and 3 ribs. When I was in the hospital, they put me on narcotics, and suddenly everything was just better. I didn't feel isolated or lonely. That's where I met my wife. She was so happy and dumb. And I was smart and miserable. You tell me who the genius is. I fell in love with her, buzzed out of my head, and I knew I wanted to stay that way forever.
Enjoy.
Easier on your conscience if I die an idiot?
It's a conscience. outside?
Yeah, bottom 3. That was 12 years ago.
It's probably cost me my marriage, so it better be awesome.
Ferrous oxide contrast gets absorbed by the spleen. Unless he doesn't have one. In which case, it's absorbed by the liver and fries that.
You're killing me?
You think I opened him up and didn't take out his spleen? All organs do look kind of the same. Red and squishy.
Oh my God.
Accessory spleens.
Okay, that is amazing.
12 years, 8 stories, and a dumpster ago. He broke 3 ribs, damaged his spleen. Bits of it split off, circulated through his bloodstream until they landed and attached somewhere else.
So it is TTP. I just didn't remove all of his spleen.
16 splenectomies. Pretty sure he gets a set of steak knives with that.
I can outrun you. Sorry about the nose, and the eye, and the eyebrow.
Guess I deserved it.
I thought that I wouldn't be apologizing.
Your fist slipped.
Everybody kept bugging me, asking if I was okay.
You bust my nose to keep people off your back.
Pretty much.
Making people even more worried about you.
Maybe. But at least they're not talking to me about it.
Fair enough.
Cheers.
Thank you. Don't be so grateful. You'll be delivering packages for 70 years to pay for it.
Well, thanks for our talk. It's been a while since I had a stimulating conversation.
So what are you going to do?
Go back to my life.
Which one?
One that has my wife in it.
Robo-tripping. How'd she feel about that?
Well, she doesn't have to know. It's worked for 12 years.
Tell your brain I said goodbye.
Einstein's giving himself a lobotomy, and you're cool with that?
Ignorance is bliss.
Hold that pose. I'll start with t-shirts and mugs and see how it goes. Home early.
What happened to him? You beat up House?
Just one right hook.
Why? What happened?
You were right. I told him we need to lay down some ground rules. Got a little heated.
That's not what I meant. Is he okay? Are you gonna be fired? Arrested?
Everything's fine.
Wow.
Dr. Cuddy. Can you at least be civil?
How's your nose?
It's okay. Does your kid like animals? I got tickets to that holiday carnival. I hear they have a nice petting zoo.
I think I was pretty clear before.
Meet with me. Here. Take him. Enjoy.
No thanks.
They're not fake. I didn't steal them. One of the nurses was selling them for a kid's scout trip. I know it doesn't make things right between us, but I just wanted to do something nice.
tomorrow.
They didn't split up. She wouldn't take the tickets.
Of course. Wind talker code for we never split up. How she told you multiple times she wants nothing to do with you.
I wasn't going to be there. She just felt guilty that I felt guilty. She couldn't take them.
Either that or she didn't want to appease you.
They weren't reparations. Just a simple gesture of remorse. She slapped it down. They didn't break up. She just wanted me to think that, so I back off.
Dare I what you're gonna do?
Nothing. So they'd either break up.
What are you doing? Whiskey. Oh, my poor squirrels.
Got where they'd stay together. They didn't break up.
And you're okay with that?
It is what it is.
Good for you.
Customers are lying.
Why?
Whiskey? Hi.
Nothing. I just tell.
Break up.
Hi.
No. Oh,
Come here.
hey. It seems like he's gonna leave us.
Hi.
Why would you do that?
I'm not completely sure.
So, we have his blessing.
I guess so.
I mean, he's a main platform, Sean. Maybe house isn't so bad after all.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
How the...
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body. Baby.
You know, most people go for the hardwood or and garbage work just as well.
Got the urge to play last night. Go all the way back to my apartment. I'd save on future trips.
It's very eco-friendly of you. How about keeping down on the noise pollution?
Whiskey.
6.
Come on.
I'm going hunting.
Hi.
After I sleep it.
Time of year again.
My friend
Self-important jerk.
seems to be one of the factors.
I call you Jim. You know your name.
Jim is short for James. Slim.
Nice shot.
Oh, yeah. I nailed that tree.
What?
Maple syrup for dinner. Should have got a guide.
It doesn't count as a new adventure if you have someone holding your hand.
On the other hand, no idea what we're doing. Fun.
You need to sneak up on them. I read somewhere that the Native Americans say turkeys know what you're thinking.
So I should stop thinking about German porn.
No, that'll lure them closer.
We're terrible at this. Yeah. Well, at least it's cold. And my new boots leak.
Whiskey?
It's almost time anyway. Did you bring the bag?
Whiskey. Hi. What are you doing? What did you eat?
May 30th, 2004, 10:07 a.m. Dr. Wilson, only 6 more months to live. November 30th, 2004, 6 months later, I didn't die. As long as I am alive, I will find new and exciting ways. Thank you for giving me another year.
Yeah, you stay here. See. Cannot be trusted.
Now move very, very far away from me so that I can be sure and thank you again next year.
No, don't eat out of the garbage. I can hear you eating out of the garbage.
Thanks, Jim. All right, let's see how many more turkeys we can miss. Yeah, this'll work. What the hell? Sorry, I don't know what happened. I can't move my arm. Am I having a stroke? I don't know.
So it's gonna be
Yeah, hi. Oh my god. Oh.
I cannot believe how much you've grown up in 5 years. Jeez. Ashley, girlfriend. New life, new adventure. Ashley, meet Jim. Good to meet you.
so this whole thing is that means the pain is back.
I checked blood counts and blood cell morphologies. Everything is normal.
This blood test means it's not cancer for sure.
He said I'm fine.
So what do you think it is?
Innocuous. There's a doctor I can speak to who's great at diagnosing.
What?
Sorry, that cold sore. How long have you had that?
Sorry, I got the call. I didn't have time to cover it up.
What is it, Jim? That cold sore is caused by a virus. Assuming that you guys kiss, the virus will transfer, infect your spine, and cause paralysis. It's a disease called transverse myelitis. And is that good news or bad news? It's great news. I'll get you a room and start you on acyclovir. I just had a house moment. Diagnosed as that. Patients really eat that crap up.
That's why I'm loved. What am I doing here?
Ultrasound is clear.
He's definitely not pregnant, right?
Mi estómago.
No gallstones. Diverticulitis. Have you eaten any seeds?
I joined you, Antonio Aguilar. We're playing God's mariachi band.
Cross the blood.
Oh.
The self-important jerk does not have transverse myelitis. He's got cancer.
How do you even?
Okay. Maybe I paid the redhead down in records a few bucks to see me on all your cases. A few patients die, you might get sad again. Make a speech that would end your career. Frankly, I'm stalking you for you. How long does a simple blood draw take?
Almost finished.
Well, when you're finished, almost finishing it, test it.
Your stomach was ripped open by the hand of God. He spilled my blood.
Confusion, delirium.
I rule out the hand of God so fast. Your guy's low white count of right arm paralysis equals a recurrence of his leukemia. Simple math.
Did you look past the first page of the file? No AML cells anywhere. I did the blood smears myself.
It's still cancer. You know how I know? He's got an oncologist for a doctor.
And your magical leukemia detector is more powerful than a flow cytometer?
I look for zebras because other doctors rule out all the horses. In this case, you are those other doctors. You haven't earned a zebra. $100.
Are you serious?
Look, friends don't diagnose friends with cancer. I get it. Your problem is you're not objective. Your caring is clouding your diagnosis. You just cut that out. Be a pretty decent doctor.
27.
The fact that you can't speak English is not an excuse for you not being humiliated by what I'm about to say. It's also not an excuse for you not telling us that you were a tennis pro. If you had, we wouldn't have wasted our time.
Fine. $100. Tucker's settling in?
Yep, already got his first dose of acyclovir. And don't worry, I ordered his girlfriend the kitty meal.
Ooh. Next patient on deck.
Del Clinton, day 6 of chemo. You just missed the grandkids.
Oh, that's all right. Last time they were here, they painted my tie. You're almost ready to go home. You feeling okay?
I feel like I felt after the last 4 rounds.
In oncology, familiar pain means all is well.
So that's good, right?
Yeah. I heard Jesse and Zeke were by earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, Del, I gotta run. How are they doing?
They're fine.
No game-winning hits? No ace report cards? No school plays?
I guess not. I thought you had to go.
Are you depressed?
I have cancer.
You've had cancer for a long time. That's never stopped you from bragging about the grandkids.
I guess I'm feeling a little more down than usual. Can you give me something?
Yeah. I don't want you to get alarmed, but sometimes depression can be a sign that something else is going on. I'm just going to order a couple of extra tests. Okay? What's going on?
It's his foot now.
It's nothing.
It's not nothing.
Just started getting a little tingling feeling in my foot.
Is that bad?
Ashley, it's going to be okay.
It might mean his foot fell asleep. It might mean nothing. Can you give us a few minutes?
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Because you're making him nervous. Just give us a few minutes, okay? Does this mean that it's not the disease you thought it was?
It means the medicine I gave you is not working. I just might have to hit it harder. I'm going to add ribavirin to your treatment.
Jim, are you sure that this isn't a recurrence?
So the brave face is just for Ashley.
She's young. She's terrified. She's not really equipped.
Don't worry. Once you've had cancer, recurrence is your biggest fear. I get it. I've looked at this thing every which way there is. That's not what's happening.
Can you call my daughter and ask her to come down?
You can't do it.
She hasn't exactly been talking to me since I got together with Ashley.
Of course. Exactly how serious does it have to be to justify you coming to see your father? No. Rather you regretted coming than regretted not coming. Thanks, Emily.
How's Tucker?
Well, he's been a mess of his personal life, but physically, I think he's going to be fine. Transverse myelitis.
What does House think?
What is this? Is House my overseer now?
No, it's not always a good idea for doctors to treat their friends, that's all.
Well, House has got $100 on cancer, so unless you want in on the action.
Is Bonnie still a realtor?
As far as I know.
Do you mind if I call her? I'm looking for a new place. I'm moving in with Lucas.
It wasn't the tennis.
You're moving in with Lucas?
Yes.
You're Bonnie's friend. You know how to reach her. And yet, instead of calling her, you come and seek my permission. You want my blessing, and implicitly, House's blessing.
I don't need House's blessing.
Good.
So when will he be able to move his arm again?
Should be soon. Started smoking again? No.
What does that mean? Is it bad that he's coughing? Hi, Dad.
Hey.
Alyssa, hey. I didn't know you were coming.
I was at Mom's house when Dr. Wilson called. I can go everywhere.
No, stay. It's fine.
Hi.
How are you?
Is he okay?
Yeah. Okay. Not a big fan of this coughing, though.
He must be Ashley.
Hi. Hey, are you okay? Do you think this cold sore thing could have caused this?
No. Whatever's causing this is affecting more than his nerves. I need a crash cart in here. Don't you guys have a dying Mexican crooner to attend to?
He isn't dying anymore. Found out he was on a popcorn diet, eating 10 bags of microwave popcorn a day, helping the fumes guard his lungs.
Wow, that's very strange. Where's House?
Performing his ritual, hiding from Cuddy to avoid getting a new case dance. It's sort of a jazz type of thing.
He's probably eating lunch in the morgue. I can page him to your office if you want.
Actually, maybe it'd be better if I talked to you guys alone. House and I have a bet about one of my patients. You guys mind making him $100 poorer? 43-year-old male in remission from leukemia presents with left arm paralysis and trouble breathing.
I assume House's money is on cancer.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Subdural hematoma would explain.
CT ruled it out. I thought it was TM, so I started him on antivirals, but he got worse.
Bacterial infection?
Bacteria would move much faster than this. He'd be dead already.
Could be fungal.
Fungal infection would explain his breathing problem, but not his unable to move his arm problem.
Actually, if Aspergillus fungus balls took root in his lungs and spread to his spine, it would explain both. Thanks. The treatment involves riddling the infected area with BB-sized pellets of antifungal meds.
I assume you don't just load up the 12 gauge and pepper me with birdshot.
No, we have a slightly more humane delivery system, but we do have to open you up. It is surgery. There are risks.
What do you think, honey?
I don't know. I mean, is surgery really such a good idea? He just seems so sick. You should do whatever you think is best.
Is this the only way to go after this thing?
Because of the rapid progression, I don't think we have time to test or try IVs.
Are you strong enough to endure anesthesia?
Definitely.
I want you there during the surgery.
Of course.
You gotta do it.
Good. Dr. Chase will be in here soon to get you set for the OR.
Page Dr. Chase to Tucker's room for a surgery consult. And can you get me...
Mr. Koplovitz wants to talk to you.
Is everything all right?
He wanted to talk to his doctor, not his doctor's assistant. Oh, and House is looking for you.
What did you tell him?
You were in the clinic. I figure that gives you about 10 minutes. Here, Mr. Koplovitz's chart. Go.
Hello, Saul. I heard you were looking for me.
I'm very tired. I can't sleep.
Today's your lucky day. I happen to be a sleep specialist.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, can I get a little privacy?
Nice hiding spot.
Actually, it's perfect. It allows me to hide from Cuddy and find you. What did she want?
She was checking up on Tucker, thanks to you.
That's it.
Like, what? Something about you? Something you could interpret as being about you? An anagram, maybe? It'd be great if you could play hide and seek somewhere else. My patient,
No problem. Just give me the $100 you owe me and I'm gone.
Tucker doesn't have cancer.
He doesn't have a ball of fungus in his lungs either. Next time you want to use my team, I suggest you at least leave a tip.
I'm late for surgery.
Your assistant said you'd be in here. I talked to Bonnie.
Let's take this outside. Mr. Koplovitz just got to sleep.
Oh, sorry. This is fantastic. Well, outside. I mean, it's not a lofty place, just more urban. Not that I'm urban, but I used to be. It's got 2 bedrooms, got wonderful views. It's a really great place.
Procedure should take about an hour. I'll be observing the entire time.
Thanks. Maybe it'd be better if you stay with Ashley. She's more scared than I am.
Well, she's at her age. She's not supposed to be dealing with issues of life and death.
Wasn't when I was planning, when I went after.
Why did you leave, Melissa?
We got married young. I'm not sure.
There's nothing to talk about.
Why are you doing surgery when I need you finding me a new case?
You don't want a new case.
Oh, right. Guess I'm here for Wilson. Obviously, you didn't tell me that Cuddy was moving in with Lucas because you were protecting me. Which is odd, since I told you that I'm fine with their relationship. So obviously, you question one of those assumptions, or you have an issue with logic.
Yes, you're fine with them dating, but moving in together is a whole other level of commitment.
This is the 21st century, Wilson. I realize that the logical course of any adult relationship could one day lead to fornication. Although, the fact that she wants to buy a loft could actually mean that their relationship is not as serious as I thought.
Oh, for God's sake, House, don't do this to yourself. It's a loft. It has no deeper meaning than open space living arrangement.
You bought into her diatribe about rediscovering her lost city girl roots. 2 bedrooms. This reeks of commitment issues.
Yeah, or she has a baby.
This is classic midlife Cuddy crisis. This is her version of a 2-seat convertible.
Yep. Clearly you're fine with it.
Wilson, he's got global lung damage. Means it's not fungal. It's PCP pneumonia.
Obviously something is knocking out his immune system. 3 options: HIV, acquired SCID, or my personal favorite, cancer. I'm sure I need a test for all 3.
62-year-old African-American man with lymphoma now in remission. I did a CT and found a small lesion on the upper lobe of his left lung.
If he's in remission, why did you bother scanning him?
During a routine follow-up, I realized the patient was depressed.
Wow. That's quite a call.
Thanks. The treatment indicated...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were in the middle of something.
It's a conference room with glass walls. You thought I'd be alone?
Your patient has cancer. Not that guy, who probably also has cancer. And is probably also your buddy. How'd you want to know? You owe me $100.
You have acute lymphoblastic leukemia, ALL.
So, it is a recurrence.
No, it's different. It's a second leukemia, probably caused by the chemotherapy we gave him 5 years ago.
That's why you didn't see it. Maybe they can rename it ironic leukemia.
This is not the end. Tests show that the cancer is limited to your brain. That's good news.
How can cancer in his head be good news?
The blood-brain barrier separates the blood in your head from the blood in your body. Keeps the cancer bottled up. We can go for a cure.
So give me the numbers. What are we looking at?
90% chance of cure.
Really? What if we're in the 10%?
Steady decline, but 6 months of a good...
Does he have to go through another bone marrow transplant?
No. Chemotherapy. We can go at this with drugs alone.
When do we get started?
We begin by surgically planting a shunt so we can get the drugs directly into your brain. I already booked the OR.
You're the only one who can make cancer sound like good news.
You get it out of your head and you walk out of here. Paralysis gone and cancer free.
also need you to sign a healthcare proxy. If something goes wrong in surgery, someone needs to be appointed to make decisions for you.
What are the chances of that happening?
Very remote.
I think maybe Melissa should be my proxy.
What? No.
Coming through. Hal's got a new case.
Revised OR schedule. Sorry, Wilson. I had to bunk you. It's not like your guy's bleeding out of his eyes.
How's your guy's not bleeding out of his eyes
Nurse
either?
who books the OR thinks he is.
Your case is no more urgent than mine.
You're way more patient.
It's okay. You can talk about the prep area.
You trust her more than me.
About this, yes. You've been to the good stuff, but Melissa's been to hell and back with me. She gives me the best shot of getting through this.
You still love her.
Don't be silly. I love you. Please. More than it is.
Okay. Anything?
No.
You feel this?
No.
How about here? Where is everybody?
Melissa and Emily went downstairs to get some breakfast.
Ashley?
She had work to do.
I thought she was off today.
No, she didn't really have work to do. She's just pissed, so she pretended to have work to do. I let her pretend.
Okay. Move your fingers. The chemo's not working.
Does that mean it's not cancer?
No, it means the chemo from your first round of treatment has made the leukemia resistant.
So I'm in the 10% that don't get cured.
Maybe not.
We just removed a screw from the guy's lung. The weird thing is he didn't get better. Any idea what that means?
It means you're not listening to me.
No, it means I'm ignoring you to make a point. Or the difference.
The problem with that technique is I have no idea.
It's implicitly not worth responding to. Doubling your patient's chemo dose is stupid. Damn, now it's explicit.
It could swamp out the resistance of the cancer cells.
The fact that it theoretically should work doesn't make it any less stupid.
Of course it does. It's exactly what you would do.
I'm me, you're you.
And the table is a table.
And chemo is poison. And double chemo is double poison. And I can handle it when things go wrong. You can't. And things could go very, very wrong.
I can handle it.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
It is.
What do you think, Mel?
I think you should call Ashley.
You're my family. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
I think that you should try whatever could keep you with us longer.
Yeah.
I can move them. What is it, Jim?
I'm going to need to run some tests.
Intraepidermal superficial bullseye could be pemphigus.
Or it could be from the fire.
Either way, he's dead. We can't stop the oozing.
I don't care. I'm here because it's 1:15 and Wilson started testing at 12:45, which means
The cancer is gone. But over half his hepatocytes are dead.
In only 24 hours?
He needs a new liver.
look on the bright side. You can publish the results of this case study. No one will ever double the dose again.
The double dose of chemo got rid of your cancer. But
It also trashed your liver. If I don't find you a new liver, you've only got about 24 hours left.
So what do we do now?
Your father's been moved to the top of the transplant list, but all we really can do is wait.
That's it? We wait? Tell me something that I can do.
I'm sorry, Mel. You and Emily don't match Tuck's blood type, and neither does Ashley. So a live liver donation is out. The best thing to do is just what you've been doing. Be together.
Hope he already told you that you're gonna die. Because it's gonna make what I'm about to say a lot more relevant.
House, I know it's raining out there in the hallway, but
I was just in the ER, testing my patient for autonomic dysfunction. For the whole team, plus the cardiac monitors, plus the, anyway, relevant part. Just wheeling the guy out, trauma came in. Motorcycle versus semi.
how bad?
Bad for the motorcycle, good for your liver. Blood types a match.
Why wasn't I paged?
Because there was a problem. No organ donor card. The guy's sister is next to kin. She's refusing to allow the donation.
Where is she?
20 minutes away.
How do you get the call that your brother's dead and then run out the door? Oh, that reminds me. I had dry cleaning to pick up.
Did Cuddy buy the place?
Not yet. You okay?
Just making conversation. Bruce was getting boring.
What are you planning?
Not planning anything.
And I don't believe you. How are you going to punish her for dating Lucas?
Okay, now this conversation is getting boring.
Are you really okay?
No! I am not okay. Not even close.
Well, okay. See, that's very adult of you.
It isn't. It's just me accepting the fact that there's nothing I can do and moving on.
Which is, I think, the definition of adulthood.
Well, if it is, being a kid is a lot more fun. It's showtime.
I didn't speak to him for years. But when my parents died, at their funeral, we made peace. Our parents must have blessed it.
And I'm sure they would want him to do good with his last act in this world.
They wanted us to be friends. Our relationship wasn't strong, but it was growing. If I allow you to defile his body, it will destroy that bond. The Itai will be harmed.
It will life.
What if I told you he wasn't dead?
Are you saying my brother's still alive?
I'm saying you're being... I don't have time to talk you out of your religion, so I'm stuck with giving you a technicality that will let you justify doing the right thing. What if his last living act was to donate a part of his liver? Not the whole thing, just one small piece.
Then I'm not defiling a dead body.
House.
The last generous act of a living person.
House. It's too late. The liver started to degrade. It's no longer viable for transplant.
Well played. Religion just killed another person.
It's not fair, Jim. You just helped me get my family back together. I'm not ready. I would have had 6 more months with them if you hadn't given me that extra chemo. Now I have less than 1 day.
I'm sorry. We knew the risks.
I don't want to lose them again. I can't lose them again.
There's nothing more we can do.
5 years ago, when I needed a transfusion, you used your own blood. We have the same type, which means you can give me a part of your liver.
I'm your doctor.
You're my friend. You're also my doctor.
Of course not.
Fine, you're fired. Now you're just my friend. Now
You can do what's right.
Tucker, I can't.
Late night with the Pigeon Sisters?
Every now and again, I'd like to come home without getting interrogated.
I'll never betray the secret of the Cheeto deal.
So much Frankie. And late.
Getting a drink. What? Why are all my frozen dinners thawing on the counter?
I needed room for my margarita jello shots. I use test tubes, bottles, so they'll be shaped like my cane. Why'd you go out drinking alone? You got such great company here.
Tucker wants me to donate a lobe of my liver to him.
You were out drinking. You're actually considering this?
Yeah, I was out marinating my liver in alcohol to get it ready for the transplant. Yeah.
Your mouth says no. But your pathetic attempt at a deflection has guilt written all over it.
It's my fault. It is my fault.
You cured his cancer.
And killed him in the process.
Quibbles. He's had a predictable complication. Surprise! Bad things happen to people who are sick. Doesn't make you
No, not legally. Ethically. Ethically.
A table is a table. Don't be a doormat, Wilson.
Boy, you willfully ruined my food and have taken over my living room because you already think I'm a doormat. You know what? You're wrong. Clean up your stuff and get out. You're wrong. How's Tucker?
Still no dancing. But the scans came in on Del Clinton. Good news.
Thanks. Let me know as soon as Tucker takes a turn for the worse. I want to be there. See that small spot, top of the lung? That was then. This is now. Spot's gone.
That tiny little spot, huh?
Yeah, it's not too impressive, is it?
That little dot could have killed me.
Fortunately, we caught it early.
Oh, that's amazing. You got all this off me not talking about my grandkids.
Thanks, buddy. I'm just gonna have to sit tight for a while. Okay. I put an offer on the loft. Seller turned me down. I offered exactly what a similar unit ago.
I want to donate a lobe of my liver to Tucker.
That's insane.
I'm donating a small portion
You have hundreds of patients.
of excess organs. Why shouldn't I do everything I can to help them?
Because you're a doctor, not a donor.
Why did you make me the head of oncology?
Not because you have the most organs. You're thoughtful, caring.
Yeah, caring. By your own criteria, a strength and not a weakness.
This is coming out of guilt.
This is coming out of friendship. I have a friend, and I have the opportunity to save his life.
Okay.
Call me a doormat, get it all out of your system.
Why?
He's my friend.
I'm your friend. All the pain pills I've taken. What if I need your liver?
Right. How selfish of me not to have considered your possible future needs.
They're all dying. They're all your friends.
I'm not here for an argument, House.
No, all right, that's room 12A. So why are you here? I'll make sure that I've called a moving van.
No. Operation is in 2 hours, and I'd like you to be there with me.
No.
What? Why?
Because if you die, I'm alone.
Drag your shadow down the street. Is it you I was to meet? With your saints there on a chain.
Thanks, Jim.
Waiting on another rain. And I'm going down where the waves will surround to the roar and the pound of the wild, wild sea, talking sweet to me.
How you feeling?
Can't complain, considering if it weren't for you, I'd be dead. Twice. You?
I feel good. Sending out your laundry?
Going to rehab, someplace up in Katona.
Up by your new house, not near your old house.
Easier on Ashley.
I see.
I was thrilled to get the family back together, and Melissa's great in a crisis, but the person you want when you're dying isn't the same as the person you want when you're living.
Hi, Jim.
Actually, it's James.
You ready to admit that he's a self-important jerk?
I still feel good about what I did.
You don't feel angry?
I'm a little disappointed.
Disappointment is anger for wimps. You don't have to be so gentle about everything. It's okay to get angry once in a while. Well, actually, you can. You just need a coat of paint and the guts to use it.
Bonnie. Bonnie told me what Cuddy bid.
You're gonna outbid her.
You do need a bigger refrigerator. She hurt my friend. She should be punished.
You got mad. I'm proud of you. Cuddy won't share that sentiment. How are you gonna explain it to her?
Changing our address to a P.O. box.
She'll find out eventually.
A problem delayed is a problem denied. Bonnie, I'll take it.
Baby steps.
So, I'm thinking 35. Seems high to me. That's a fair price for quality like this.
I'll give you 30.
What? I thought you were joking. Who am I dealing with here, Eddie? Him or you?
Mickey, relax. Now, if things move forward with Gorski, he lets us into Philly, I cut you a break.
You cut me a break now, or maybe you don't get with Korsky.
Marco, I thought we had an understanding. Whoa.
Tommy, don't be stupid. Put the gun down.
First he shows you some respect.
All right, yeah, just listen to your boss, all right, moron?
Shut up.
Just relax, buddy.
All right. What the hell are you thinking? I didn't shoot him. Are you sure? Look at me face down in the pavement. I know myself in the foot. God. I don't think he's hit. Then what happened? Let's get out of here. Come on, Mickey, wake up. Mickey, wake up.
We're almost done here.
Assuming you did this shaving your forehead. Okay then, ordering a head CT.
No, I don't have a headache. I'm not dizzy.
Eddie, I gotta get back.
You gotta stay here. We'll straighten out that mess with Marco tomorrow. Let the doc do his job.
Actually, stitching you up. It's really the ER doc.
Too long of a wait.
Yeah, also a lot of cops in the ER. Not that you care about that. So how did this happen? Yeah, you're right. It's a stupid question. The answer's kind of obvious. Those scrapes on your hands means you didn't try to break the fall. Means either out cold or totally disoriented when you went down. No sign of trauma other than the cut means no one hit you in the head. Powder burn on your jacket sleeve. Someone shot a gun.
All right, Eddie. Come on, let's go.
I don't care what you guys are into. If you don't get this checked out, it'll happen again.
What will?
This. Cool. 32-year-old man recently developed loud noise-induced vertigo. CT was clean, no internal bleeding, no edema. Everything else is in the file. Cameron, get your hair in the divorce.
This guy strained his back 3 years ago, and that's it. All the rest of these pages are blank.
Yes, he won't tell us anything. Understandable, since he's a drug dealer.
So he's dangerous and withholding, which you find irresistible. But guys like that, they never call.
They actually said he was a drug dealer.
Not out loud, but he was wearing a solid gold Patek Philippe. His friend had a Rolex. Their phones were prepaid burners. They could toss them as soon as they're done.
It doesn't matter if this guy's a drug dealer or not. Noise-induced vertigo means ear or brain. Head CT was clean, so I'm thinking acoustic neuroma. We need to do an ABR to test his hearing.
Acoustic neuroma fits. So does lidocaine toxicity, or benzocaine. Depends what he's cutting the coke with.
So now he's not just a drug dealer, he's a cocaine dealer.
He seemed peppy. You test his ears, I'm gonna go test his cocaine.
You think this guy's just going to hand over a briefcase full of illegal drugs because you ask nicely?
I hope not.
So the best coffee is at Gina's and the best pizza is at Gino's.
Yeah, and don't mix those up, because the coffee at Gino's could kill you.
And how's the dry cleaner on the corner?
Go 2 blocks over to EcoClean. The one in the corner used to shred all my boyfriend's shirts.
Good to know.
In retrospect, I should really thank those cleaners. We broke up. This is my stop. So if you have any more questions about the neighborhood, I'm your girl.
Favorite sushi place? Maybe we could get dinner sometime.
Sure. If you promise to bring that good-looking guy with the cane.
You mean House?
Your boyfriend's name is House?
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you call each other? Husband? Partner? Lover?
We're not gay.
Seriously?
You're going to hear a series of clicks and hisses. Sensors measure electronic activity to your auditory nerve.
How long is this going to take?
Half, or you could walk away with a tumor in your head. Guy's probably late to a stabbing.
Penises look good. Starting at 13 clicks per second at 50 decibels. Check this out.
13's middle name is Beauregard? Wave 3 latency is 3.8.
Slightly delayed, but nothing significant. That's what sticks out to you? House is clearly screwing with us. It's a fake pay stub.
Looks real to me.
There's no way she makes that much money.
I make that much money. And apparently you don't.
I need the drugs. We're in textiles. I need the drugs!
Works for Jack Bauer.
Is this really necessary? The chairs in the hall are way more comfortable.
But way less genre appropriate. Okay, here's the deal. I need information. You have reasons not to give me that information. So either I can force it out of you, or I can't.
I wish I could tell you.
Okay, well, let's work with that. Forget the drugs. Let's talk about textiles. What's your major product? Is it H? And by that I mean hosiery.
We do more with culottes.
Is that with a C or a K?
C. Nobody wants K anymore.
Does your friend cut the fabric?
No, he's a sales guy.
Well, he must cut a culotte here and there.
No one touches the culottes.
Sorry, can I talk to you for a second?
I'm interrogating a suspect. Make it quick.
Everyone in our building thinks we're gay.
We're grown men over the age of 30 who moved in together. We're 2 tigers away from an act in Vegas. We'll figure out we're straight eventually.
Eventually is not when I want to go out with the cute girl in 3D.
Any chance I could get some water over here?
If only there was some way to communicate that information to her. Perhaps using, I don't know, sounds. Only the larynx was capable.
You didn't believe me. She sidestepped my dinner invite.
And a woman would only reject you because she's worried you might not be interested in her.
We were chatting, having fun. There was definitely a spark.
When she thought you were gay. You sure your friend isn't secretly what is a culotte anyway?
Pants that hang like a skirt.
Mickey hates the stuff. He's one of the few guys I trust to watch the product overnight. They took him away an hour ago. You think he's okay?
It's an ear test. Pretty sure he'll live.
Pupils are constricted. Pulse is sounding.
The airway's clear. Hey, crash guard here.
Sounding his blood pressure. We need to get it down before he strokes out.
At least we know his ears are okay.
They put the patient on vasodilators, got his hypertension under control.
He got worse here at the hospital, means thug life probably isn't what's making him sick.
Which means we can stop the bloodhound gang routine and go back to being doctors. But we're doctors all the time. It's so boring.
Fine.
Could be sick sinus syndrome.
No chest pain, shortness of breath, brain aneurysm secondary to polycystic kidney disease.
Normal urinalysis, kidneys impalpable. Is that a new watch?
Thought I'd give myself a little treat. What if it's not his brain, but it's on the way to his brain? Carotid stenosis.
Get an ultrasound of his carotids. See if his arteries are clogged. How much money do you make? I want a raise.
And I will be happy to talk about that at your next review in August.
I know that you're paying me less than everyone else on the team.
I can't discuss other people's salaries, you know that.
Now that they know I'm making less than they are, they'll never respect me.
And who told them how much you make?
It's not fair for me to make less than the people I supervise.
Salary isn't about fairness. It's about what you can leverage in negotiation, which isn't much without a competing offer on the table. We both know you don't have one.
Ultrasound showed no narrowing or obstruction in the patient's carotid.
He's worried, keeps asking when he can leave.
You bugged his room?
Patient sleeps in the building where they keep their stash. Eventually he'll say something that gives away where that is. And we'll find out what's making him sick.
But we ruled out environmental causes.
You ruled out environmental causes.
And you pretended to agree just so we take him out of his room so you could plant the bug.
Carotid stenosis was a decent idea, but an even decenter idea. So he's got toxins stored in his fat cells. Every calorie he burns makes him sicker.
If we're going with toxic exposure, we should just start testing for the most likely suspects.
Bug's a better idea.
Tell him it'll take weeks. It'll be faster.
What do you mean, weeks? These tests take time. There are a lot of possibilities.
So I can't sit here this long. I got things I got to take care of.
If you're worried about all the poor school children going without their drugs, I'm sure
I
someone
want to be discharged.
will get the forms.
This is ridiculous.
He's sitting in a lab all day.
In the lab, there is significantly less chance of getting killed. You're too close. Slow down.
We're in a car in broad daylight. What's gonna happen?
Do you honestly think he doesn't have a gun in that car?
That he's gonna use to shoot doctors?
Just back off.
Hey, well played with the watch, by the way.
Borrowed it from a friend.
How much longer are we going to keep lying to him?
Until it's no longer fun. We all thought he needed to be taken down a few notches.
So we're just having fun, not getting even.
Oh, crap.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
He's
whoa.
gonna get away.
Shut up. 3B. For Nora, right? My roommate tells me you're the one to thank for all the tips about the neighborhood. Right.
Nice to meet you.
Here you thought that Wilson and I like to polish each other's swords. And by swords, I mean pistols.
Of course, he told you about that.
Oh, don't worry, actually, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. We're both straight. Oh my God, that is beautiful. We finally have the room to display it the way it deserves. Would you help me get this upstairs?
Absolutely.
Nice shoes, by the way. Louboutin?
Talk to Cuddy?
Shot me down.
So, what are you gonna do then?
Wait for my review in August.
Oh.
What?
Nothing. That's what I would do. But I'm a coward.
This friend brought him in 15 minutes ago. Temps 105, pulses beacons ready.
He's not making any sense.
It's too much money, Eddie.
It wasn't the deal.
It wasn't the deal.
Is he gonna be okay?
We gave him antipyretics and soft steroids to reduce the fever and prevent organ damage. He's no longer delirious.
Patient went out, came back worse than before. Points us back to environmental. Tied to wherever he went.
No, it doesn't. Where's Foreman?
He had a meeting with Cut.
What do you mean, no, it doesn't? We screwed up the tail. My car was impounded.
True, amusing, and irrelevant. Foreman fall for the paycheck thing.
That's so funny.
Also tough. Should be fun to watch.
You're off environmental?
Wherever he went, it wasn't for long enough. Add in the fever, and infection's way more likely. And if it is an infection, his brain. Which means lumbar puncture.
Next time you're tailing someone, take 2 cars.
You were following it?
Sorry, I had to lose you. I had business to take care of.
Right, because you're a businessman. Do you have any junkies coming to the ER every week with their brains melting?
Drunk and delivers you. Liquor store owner laying on his table and guessing he with a good attitude. Ah! Bone. His old back injury must have flattened his discs. Alright, but I'm gonna try this again. Okay. Once you get wasted, why is it anybody's business what substance they use? Because some of those substances are against the law. See, your problem isn't that it's illegal. Your problem is that it's illegal. I had the same problem. Ma'am.
Look at his heart rate.
It's normal.
I ran into Nora this morning. She told me about your Evita listening party.
The London and New York recordings are so different.
Yours that were straight. She didn't believe me either. You're doing this to me. Now, I'm sleeping by pretending you're gay and in a relationship.
We're in a relationship. Probably is respectful. Now, Nora and I spent the next hanging out for his girlfriends. I confided in her about it.
I can't decide if this plan is more despicable or illogical.
I can't. Right. Back rubbed, front rubbed. Next morning, different fellows with a woman.
That's quite a habit you made, jumping the girl I'd like to date.
In the sense that I would jump her.
I saw her first.
Seriously, you're voting a guy.
We're guys. It's a code.
You're all free. It's not good.
Still infection, but it might be on a episode.
Here's the point. Given patterns for people who makes the after or not to leave to respond to these thoughts.
So cool.
She's never gonna fall for it. Well, you got nothing to worry about, sweetie.
You're a wuss. Sounds stressful. Maybe you should pop one of your beta blockers. Medically, no. You told us about that. Metaphorically,
It's an effect from operating outside of the law. Sometimes I have to do bad things, not always to bad people. The last few months, that hasn't been so easy. A guy got me the pills. They control the stress. Look, don't say anything, okay? All right? The last thing I need is the guys thinking that I've gone soft.
when was your last pill before we originally admitted you?
The night before.
We stuck you in here and you went into beta blocker withdrawal. Caused the hypertension. We got out of here and took another pill and the hypertension went away. So it was never a symptom. Take that off the table. We got vertigo, fever, stress.
He's been in this game for a while. Either he grew a conscience over the last few months or he's producing excess adrenaline.
Chromocytoma. It's Greek for you'll be back doing bad things to good people in no time. Memorize adrenal glands. You're okay with that, right? You're not gonna put a pillow over his face.
Oh, great. Cable guy came.
People are just ouch.
Hello. Oh,
Hi, James. We've got some Kung Pao left. Oh, God, right there.
We're having a picnic. Wine.
I'll pour you a glass.
He doesn't drink.
More for us then.
well, I think I might. Have a little.
How'd it go with Cuddy?
She told me I needed leverage, so I told her about an offer I had to help run the neuro department at Mercy.
Are you really gonna take the job?
There is no other job. I bluffed. She called it. I'm not gonna beg to be underpaid. I'm leaving when this case is over.
House is lying to you.
I know. And so are you. It's 2010. I mean, nobody cares if you're gay anymore. I mean, you don't have to be in the closet.
I'm not. Look around you. Does this really look like a place gay men live? Apart from the poster. Those stools are our only furniture. There are no window treatments.
What? Well, my ex-boyfriend didn't even know what window treatments were. Is that Greg's Carpenter's album or yours?
Look, House hates musicals and fashion and meringue. This whole thing is an act designed to earn your trust in order to sleep with you.
I get it.
Finally.
You're jealous. If you want to spend more time with Greg, you should just tell him.
You were wrong. MRI revealed no sign of a pheochromocytoma, which means making stress is just stress. Back to vertigo and fever.
And environmental is back at the top of our list of suspects. We narrow down the possibility.
That receiver doesn't respond to manual stimulation. Maybe if you took off your shirt.
Actually, I resorted to something more exotic. I call it reading the instructions. Turns out, if you screw the antennae into the wrong sockets, it doesn't actually work.
You lost Mickey just outside of Trenton.
It's supposed to search for an open frequency.
Must be. Toxins.
There's gotta be at least one open frequency. I need a few minutes with your friend. Or stay. Rectal exam.
I'll check out the cafeteria.
Why the beta blockers?
What do you mean?
Valium, Xanax. Actually reduce stress. Beta blockers just control the symptoms of stress. Whoa. Keep the heart from racing, hands from shaking, all those stage fright issues. That's why some people take them when they perform.
What the hell is that?
This is my bug. And this. This is yours.
Oh, shit. You bugged your own room? Are you an informant?
An informant would have sold his pals out to us at the first sign of a sniffle. This guy is a cop.
I don't see how this is relevant.
In the land of no fun, you got a really sensible piece of property. Give him a break.
Knowing this guy's an undercover cop doesn't get us any closer to curing him.
Good point. You know what they say, information is not power. Wait,
You saying we should use the cop thing to force him to talk?
force? I'm talking about the womanly art of persuasion. I said womanly.
If you won't talk to us, we'll find someone who will. I mean, you must have a supervisor, a handler.
Good luck with that. You don't know my real name. You don't know if I'm local or state, FBI, DEA, but by all means, get on the phone.
I get it. These guys are lowlifes. You want off the street.
They're not just low lives. Betty killed a snitch 3 weeks ago. Boss's orders. Yeah, the boss, he's one of the biggest cocaine importers in the entire state. And he wants to expand down to Philly. And tomorrow night, he and Eddie are meeting the big fish. And the cops are gonna bust it. But if you guys get caught poking around there, the whole thing gets called off.
That's noble. But you can't put your life at risk.
I've been undercover for 16 months. I haven't seen my wife, my house, my dog. I put far too much into this, and I will not let it fail. So just keep me alive for another 24 hours. And I will tell you everything you need to know.
Hey, can I come in? Nurses out here can't keep their hands off me.
Casanova, huh? You bring me my sandwich?
No, because guess what? I don't read minds. You okay?
He had a GI infarction caused by a clot in his superior mesenteric artery. We had to remove the foot valve.
And where clots keep forming, he may not last 24 hours.
The morons still want to talk.
Bad guy, cool,
Ja,
good guy, moron.
surprise.
Pretty much. Guy's a hero. He's risking his life to put these dealers in jail.
I'm sure the dealers who take their places will be very grateful.
So vertigo, fever,